First at 4, mostly clear skies with temperatures still in the 80s, but changes are coming for the weekend. We'll have those coming up. He's accused of murdering his childhood friend and then hiding her body in his attic. Today we learn what else he's accused of doing to her body. With cases on the rise, the FDA announces new safety measures in an effort to stop the spread of Zika. Hi, Paula.
I want you to take a look at these two beautiful Japanese lanterns, and in just a few moments, I'm going to explain how they are pivotal in rekindling relationships between Japan and the United States.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
We begin with new developments in the murder of a pregnant woman. Good to have you with us, everybody. For First at 4, I'm Kimberly Gill. Just minutes ago, the family of 21-year-old Bianca Lyons spoke for the first time since she was gunned down on Detroit's west side. The soon-to-be mother was coming home Wednesday night from her job at the post office when a man ran up to her while she was getting out of her car and shot her 5 times. Lyons and her unborn baby were rushed to the hospital, but neither survived. Today, family members pleaded for someone to come forward.
I'm asking that whoever did this, if you have any type of heart, to turn yourself in, because she did not deserve to go in this manner at all.
Lyons was just 3 months away from having her first child. Crime Stoppers is offering a $3,500 reward for information. If you saw something or know something, call 1-800-SPEAK-UP. In Hazel Park, the man accused of killing his childhood friend will stand trial for first-degree murder. 23-year-old Jordan McClanahan is facing multiple charges in the death of 21-year-old Jessica White. The Troy woman was reported missing in late April. Her body was then found in his home several weeks later. McClanahan initially told police he didn't remember what happened, but that all changed when he was brought back in for questioning.
Initially, he had indicated that she is in a blue tarp in this either attic crawl space that's in his room, that she's wrapped up there. He indicated that he had consumed several different types of narcotics that night and alcohol.
Medical examiners believe White was strangled to death, her body then mutilated with her fingertips cut off. McClanahan remains behind bars as he awaits trial. Fiat Chrysler has announced a major investment in one of its Metro Detroit plants. The automaker is investing $166 million into new stamping presses for the Sterling Heights facility. It will increase the plant's pressing capacity by nearly 1/3 and satisfy demand for American-made parts. The new presses are part of a larger investment the automaker promised to the UAW in last year's contract negotiations. Folks headed to Motor City Casino tonight are back in luck after a computer glitch kept dozens of gamblers from getting their payout vouchers. When those playing the slot machines tried to cash out, the message "hand pay" popped up on their screen, and that meant they couldn't get their money until an attendant paid them in cash. Many were forced to wait at their machines for hours until they could get paid. Fortunately, though, the glitch has been fixed. Okay, time now for a first check on the forecast. Andrew is in for Ben, and everybody's looking forward to the weekend. How's it looking, Andrew?
Well, Kimberly, speaking of winning, we got some winning weather out there for you as we go through the rest of the afternoon and for your Friday evening. I mean, this is just what the doctor ordered, everybody. Warm, comfortable, sun is out. We've got 85 degrees over at City Airport, 82 warm degrees over in Pontiac, while it's 84 in Ann Arbor and 84 for our friends in Monroe. Yes, get out there on the water. Why not? We got HydroFest happening this weekend, 85 currently, heat index the same as the actual temperature, humidity much lower than yesterday. And look at those beautiful blue skies over downtown Detroit. Perfect night for baseball. We got the Angels in town taking on the Tigers over at Comerica Park. Bring out your favorite Tigers jacket, hat, and hey, why not bring your camera? It's going to be a beautiful sunset just before 8:30. 83 degrees at 7 o'clock. Game starts with the first pitch at 7:10 and temperatures in the 70s by game's end, and everyone looking forward to that Tigers win. This weekend, warm once again, but is there any rain? We'll talk about that for Saturday, Sunday, your 4-zone weather, and your 7-day forecast straight ahead.
We'll check in with you then, Andrew. Thank you. First at 4, we're on top of stories making headlines across America, and we begin with new guidelines in the testing for Zika. Jason Colthorpe joins us in the newsroom. And Jason, the FDA made a major announcement today that will basically impact the entire country.
Sure did, Kim. The FDA now wants all donated blood in the U.S. to be screened for the Zika virus. Previously, the FDA only advised screening in areas with active Zika cases, like parts of Florida and throughout Puerto Rico. But today's advisory expands Zika screening to every blood bank in the country and all of its territories. The new order comes just 1 month after the FDA ordered blood centers in Miami and Fort Lauderdale to stop accepting donations until screenings could begin there. Doctors say this will ensure safe blood is available for all Americans who need a transfusion. Now, the Red Cross says it is currently testing blood for Zika in 5 southeastern states, and that will expand to 4 additional states in the South over the next 2 weeks. It's not yet clear when blood in Michigan will start being tested, but donors everywhere are being asked if they've traveled to places where Zika is spreading. So we'll stay on top of this one. Kim?
Yep, just trying to take the best precautions. Okay, yeah. Jason, we appreciate it. And more news, federal charges are expected against a man who stole a Southwest Airlines truck at a Nebraska airport and crashed it into an airplane. Investigators say the man started screaming and acting strangely near the airport's parking garage. When officers tried to calm him down, he ran away, climbed over a fence, and jumped into the truck and drove it head-on into a plane. A pilot and a flight attendant in the plane suffered only minor injuries, but they are expected to be okay. A Florida judge has requested he no longer handle criminal cases amid the fallout over the light sentence he gave to a former Stanford swimmer who sexually assaulted a woman who was unconscious. Santa Clara Judge Aaron Persky is facing a recall threat and is asked to be reassigned from hearing criminal cases. The coalition to recall Judge Persky says they will continue with the recall efforts because Persky can transfer back to criminal cases anytime he chooses. Billionaire businessman and Virgin Group founder Richard Branson is recovering after surviving a near-death bike accident. Branson posted this picture on social media saying he was cycling down a hill in the British Virgin Islands when his bike hit a speed bump, sending him into the air and off a cliff. He says thanks to his helmet, he survived. The city of Pontiac is getting some help from Japan today. It also surrounds 2 lanterns given to the city years ago. Paula Tutman joins us from Pontiac with how those lanterns are helping rekindle the relationship between 2 very different regions.
I want to show you something you probably have never even seen before. You probably didn't even know it was here on top of the Phoenix Center in Pontiac. This is a beautiful Japanese lantern, as well as this one right here. And they were gifts from Pontiac's sister city in Japan. The international sibling partnership between the city of Pontiac and the Japanese city of Kusatsu began 38 years ago, before the fall of Pontiac, before the city fell into disrepair, before it went into receivership and back again. And atop the Phoenix Center, a beautiful gift of Japanese lanterns also fell to decline. Today, as Pontiac pulls itself back to a standing position, representatives from Kusatsu are on a visit to re-strengthen the bond. But first, amends of sort had to be made. With the future of the Phoenix Center garage and rooftop amphitheater in flux, the city wants to move the lanterns, repair them, and bring them back to their splendid glory in place of honor on the grounds of City Hall, where they can be enjoyed by all. But by tradition, the Japanese had to give approval for the move first.
He says that it is very important to him that you have asked this permission to move the lantern. He's very honored. And also for him to give you the permission to move, he has some thoughts about the moving of the lanterns, because lantern is not just a symbol of the culture of Japan, but it is also a symbol of light.
Masanori Ajoy is the visiting official from Kusatsu. The true importance, the strengthening of the cultural bonds between 2 very different parts of the globe, that through a still struggling city, make the entire country stronger in its relationships with others.
He said, my opinion is that this gets moved to the City Hall so everybody can see.
There it is, there it is. He speaks for Kusatsu.
This is an international states event filled with diplomacy, and in reciprocation, Tim Travis of Goldner Walsh Garden and Home has arranged for a gift from Pontiac to the great ancient city of Kusatsu as the twin cities rejoin.
The tree is good and the stone is good.
Okay. From the positioning of the plants to the design of the garden is all part of this relationship building that we're working on.
The planting of an authentic Japanese garden on the grounds of City Hall. Aquafina Gardens International produced scale replicas of those 8- and 6-ton granite lanterns for the delegation to ceremonially place in the new garden, the future home of a great gift and friendship restored.
New relations.
Yes, for a long time.
Yeah.
Right, to come.
Thank you.
All right.
When the Japanese delegation returns to Kusatsu, they take with them the heart of Pontiac. Paula Tutman, Local 4.
How about that? All right, Paula, thank you. And ahead on First at 4, today is National Dog Day. See how dog owners right here in Metro Detroit are celebrating the occasion. And it was the most heated topic of the summer overseas, and now a court has ruled once and for all if burkinis will be allowed on beaches. Hank?
Labor Day weekend quickly approaching. How about taking a quick getaway? Coming up in my Help Me Hank Consumer Alert, we'll show you the deals available right now, including a few in northern Michigan. That story, new tonight.
Famed Delivery coming up all new on Local 4 News at 5 and 6.
A convicted hitman who's admitted to killing more than 30 people now says he was asked to kill white boy Rick Wershey by a police officer. The story is coming up.
Okay, thanks, Kevin. And Andrew is back with good news for the weekend forecast. If you got plans, especially tonight, Tigers playing tonight, hopefully get a win.
Great baseball weather. You know, we have HydroFest happening this weekend.
Right.
During daylight hours, the meat of the day, it is looking good, but for both Saturday and at least for the start of Sunday. Let's look outside right now, shall we? There's the good news Kim and I are talking about. Beautiful sunshine over downtown Detroit. Warm, more comfortable than the past couple of days, right? 85 outside right now, and you can breathe a lot better, almost literally. We've got winds out of the west-northwest at 6 miles per hour. Humidity way down from yesterday at 44% right now. So the heat index the same as the actual temperature. Let's get right to your 4-zone weather, shall we? Your forecast for tonight, temperature-wise, we have temperatures falling back into the 60s. If you enjoyed this morning with a more comfortable air, you'll enjoy it tomorrow. 67 for our friends in Southfield by tomorrow morning, around 66, 67 here in the city of Detroit. South of M12, our southern zone, Dundee, Tecumseh, Blissfield, Adrian, temps in the middle and low 60s, 61 to 64. Western zone, west of 275, Novi checking in at around 66. Same thing in Fenton, 65 in Howell. North of Hall Road, hey, beautiful sleeping weather tonight. Great weather when you wake up tomorrow morning, going to services, taking a jog or other activities. Temperatures also in the middle, even upper 60s. Now off to the tropics. We're still looking at Gaston, still a tropical storm for the most part. We also have disturbance number 1, still over the Bahamas, steadily moving toward Florida. We'll watch that closely for you also. You see Gaston, not very well formed right now, but it may get its act together over the next few days. Travel farther to the north and west, but eventually curve around more to the north and northeast and move away from the U.S. even when it becomes a hurricane. So staying away from the mainland, that's certainly good news. And I'll keep tracking it for you throughout the entire weekend. 89 right now over in Macomb Township. Thank goodness the humidity is down. We've got 89 also for our friends in Saline. But again, the heat index, the same as the actual temperature, not those brutal middle and upper 90s like we've seen the past 2 days. And dew points all in the comfortable range of the 50s and low 60s. Now we've got some more unstable air, more humid air lingering to our south and west. See the scattered showers and storms? That may be on the way for tomorrow, mainly tomorrow evening. You can see warm air moves in as we go into tomorrow, so we'll see temps in the 80s again. And we're looking at the possibility of a few scattered showers and storms that could be heavy by dinner time tomorrow. So I'll be on the lookout for that. But again, much of the day on your Saturday remains dry, so morning, middle part of the day, even the early and mid-afternoon are looking good. Looking great tonight for the baseball game or any of your activities. 66 degrees overnight, beautiful weather through midnight and for tomorrow morning. We make it up to 85 on your Saturday, very warm once again. Again, keep an eye out for any shower or thunderstorm activity after 4 in the evening and toward the dinner hour. Chance of scattered showers and storms on Sunday as well, so keep those umbrellas handy, but no need to cancel any plans. We're looking at 87 for a high on your Sunday. After that, Kim, much more stable air. And look at that, highs in the 80s still as we go through the end of August and even the beginning of September. Back over to you.
Bad at all, Andrew. We appreciate it. We'll check back in with you a little bit later. But we want to help you save money on some end of summer travel. Consumer investigator Hank Winchester shows you how to soak up Labor Day fun without breaking the bank.
The last few weeks of summer are here. Kids will soon be heading back to school in Michigan. And if you're looking to get away, you're in luck. There are bargains to be had.
Affordable airfare and a strong hotel market really are making an advantageous time for travelers to get away.
Gas prices are still low here in Metro Detroit, making a quick trip up north more affordable. But if you want to hop a flight, fares are also reasonable right now.
We're seeing flight prices lower than we've seen the past couple seasons.
Airline tickets may be a little cheaper, but don't plan on using any of those flyer miles. Labor Day weekend's another blackout period.
You might never use those points at all, just because they will expire in a lot of cases if you are not actively participating in programs.
Airlines are frequently changing terms and conditions for earning and redeeming miles, so you must beware.
Because they've changed everything around, and now suddenly you need to amass even more to get there.
As for hotels, we did a quick search online, looking at websites like Priceline, Hotels.com, and Travelocity. There are some deals up north and availability at bigger resorts like the Great Wolf Lodge in Traverse City and the Holiday Inn in St. Ignace. But there's limited availability and also higher prices expected on Mackinac Island for the holiday weekend. We also did a quick search on VRBO, and there are vacation rentals still available for the holiday weekend in cities like Saugatuck, Harbor Springs, Traverse City, but some of them requiring a minimum stay of at least 2 nights. Important information to know before you book that trip. I'm Hank Winchester, back to you.
Okay, we appreciate it, Hank. Thank you. And Hank has some more suggestions on saving money when you travel. Just look for the Help Me Hank page on our website. Click on Detroit.com, and it's located under the Consumer tab. Ahead first at 4, the city of Detroit plays a starring role in one of Hollywood films that is being released today nationwide. Only it's for all the wrong reasons. We'll have the details on that coming up. Hi, Tim.
It's National Dog Day. It's National Dog Day. It's National Dog Day. Coming up on First at 4, we're going to the dogs. Stick around.
Who cares about...
Welcome back, everybody. National Dog Day was established 12 years ago as a way to bring attention to the number of dogs needed to be adopted and rescued. Well, now dog owners all over the country get in on the celebrations. Tim Pamplin is in Midtown with how pet owners mark today's occasion.
Remember a few months ago when it was National Cat Day and the cats were like, whatever. Well, now it's National Dog Day and it's a completely different story. Look at the beagle here, full of energy. The owner had no idea what she was getting into.
He was the worst decision and the best decision. I guess beagles have a lot of energy, and that's what we weren't ready for.
This Midtown Dog Park, a welcome addition to this revitalized neighborhood of Midtown. Dogs, of course, members of the family. Just ask these 2 young brothers who brought their terrier out for an afternoon in the sun. I asked them, who does he like best?
He mostly lives with Hayden, but I don't know why.
He has no idea why. Younger brothers, eh? Look at little Princess, 2 months old. She's been adopted. Wasn't being treated so good, I'm being told. So lots of good fun out of the Midtown Dog Park. But let's go back, shall we? To the Humane Society, the hot concrete, the chain link fences. These dogs need a home. Maybe this weekend you consider adopting one of these abandoned animals. The Michigan Humane Society will be open from 12 to 5 tomorrow. Happy Dog Days of Summer. That's the scene at the Midtown Dog Park. Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
Happy Dog Day to all our furry friends out there. Tim, we appreciate it. In France, the country's highest court suspended a controversial ban on full-body burkini bathing suits. The topic sparked a heated debate both inside the country and abroad. It came after more than a dozen French towns barred burkinis from their beaches. In response to the ban today, France's top court ruled mayors do not have the right to ban full-body swimsuits and has suspended the so-called burkini ban. This weekend at the box office marks the release of Don't Breathe. It's a horror film that takes place right here in Detroit.
Rumor is this guy is sitting on at least $300K. Boom!
That's your guy.
Wait, is he blind?
We messed up to rob a blind guy, isn't it?
Just because he's blind don't mean he's insane, bro.
Well, the movie is about 3 thieves who break into a blind veteran's home in Detroit only to make a shocking discovery. Don't Breathe is the latest Hollywood film to take place in the Motor City, and even though most of the movie was filmed overseas, a lot of the scenes you'll see of Detroit neighborhoods was actually shot here in the D. All right, ahead first at 4, it's a local grocery store known throughout the area as the International Marketplace. Up next, we'll reveal another winner in our Vote for the Best Awards.
Save up to
Finally, first at 4, we want to talk to you about Nino Salvaggio, which has markets in St. Clair Shores, Clinton Township, and Troy. Take a look at this spread.
Way to go. Vote for the best, everybody. Nino Salvaggio is the winner of the Best Ethnic Specialty Grocery Store in our very own Vote for the Best Awards. Kimberly?
Yeah, take a look at some of the stuff that they brought here. The market has been a part of Metro Detroit since 1979. They specialize in Italian wines and homemade pasta and pastries. Today they brought chicken shawarma, chicken enchilada casserole.
Yummy.
And Mongolian pork, I believe, is here. And you've got some beautiful cheeses and fruits over there, I believe.
Head to Nino's, everybody.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you at 5.
I'm fat.